Alright, so this is a story time of when I crashed my bike while I was going down the road on May 2024, I'm sure. May 24th, 2024. That's what I think it is. So yeah, somewhere around May 20th, not 24th, because probably, but somewhere around 20th or 20th. So it all starts when my dad asked, "You want to go to Scotland?" I was like, "Yeah, sure," because I was absolutely starving at that time. So yeah, at the time I was absolutely starving. So he asked me if I want to go to Scotland on my bike or just go in his car. So I was like, you know what? I'm actually gonna ride my bike this time because I don't want to be lazy and I like cycling. So I got my bike out, and I already knew the way to Scotland, so it's not that. It was something on the way back. Um, I was riding up to Scotland, perfectly fine, going at a normal speed, people passing by like nothing. Basically, I was riding down to Scotland. I got to Scotland. My dad drove there in the car. He actually passed me at some point while I was going up, but of course he did. So by the time we got there, I was in Scotland trying to choose something. He got iron brew and I chose to get a hot dog. So yeah, I got my usual hot dog from Scotland, but I don't even get that now. I get this like, Chipotle sandwich because it's absolutely amazing. So yeah, I got the hot dog. My dad's got iron brew. So everything was so fine by then. We're like, okay, let's leave Scotland now. My dad got back into his car. I got back on my bike, started riding it, just cycling down the road, like nothing was going on. And then I was like, okay, how about I go really, really fast because I was just getting bored of cycling at that time. So I was like, okay, let's speed up a little bit because I am going a bit slow right now. So I was going like 15 miles per hour at that time. Like not even 15, like 10. So I just wanted to speed up a little because I was getting bored. And I just told you that like so yeah, I started speeding them up. Eventually I got like freaking 30 miles per hour. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Somewhere around like 25 to 30. I was like, oh, this is so good. I'm going so fast. Then, basically, this is where the bad stuff happens. There's this, the path, then the sweet shop that we usually went to like every Saturday because why not? Why not? Then just the sweet shop's like here, then I was back down there. So like the sweet shop was like I could see it, but it was like really far away. So like in front of me somewhere. So in front of me on the right, the sweet shop, like just far away. And then basically there's this bump. It's like two bumps like up and down like that, like little ones like that size. And when I was going to Scotland, and every single time I go to Scotland, I pass that, and it's perfectly fine. I don't fall or anything. But that time, I wasn't going that fast. Like I was, but I've never been down that way on that bump like really fast. So yeah, again like 25 miles per hour, going fast. Uh, went over on the bump, and then basically since I was going so fast, it kind of just it was going so fast. Like the bump was like that, and then I was going so fast, I just straight on the ground, and my stomach also hit the handlebars. Um, Like it went over. I went over the handlebars onto the ground, straight onto the ground. But what I didn't know until we got to the hospital that I broke my wrist. So when I fell down, I tried to stop myself like that. But instead, like the ground's here, I tried to stop myself like that. But actually, on unfortunately my right hand, because I'm right-handed, instead of like that, on my right hand, I did it like that. So then it just pushed right back, and I broke my wrist. So I didn't know that at the time, obviously, because I was kind of just in the middle, sliding on my face down the road, basically. And I only, even though I just told you that, I only got no knew that they until I got to the hospital. So yeah, after I broke my wrist, fell over my handlebars, straight onto my wrist, all my body weight, straight like that. And to be honest, I wouldn't even have broke my wrist if it was just like that. But it's because I went like that. Because I was holding the handlebars tripped. Like that. So then, after that, I fell on the ground. The ground's here. I'm just sliding on my face like that onto the ground. On my nose, cheek, this up here. And actually, when I fell, I also got like a really, like, a deep cut, like right here, I think. But yeah, right there, or there, I don't even know. I'm pretty sure it's this finger. Uh, like a cut like that size, not a bad one, but it was deep. Like, I couldn't even say it, but because it was like just basically just full of like dirt and everything, like stones and everything. So I slid on my face here, 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 and when I got up, I was screaming in agony, like literally. But I was so lucky at the time because, number one, there's people behind me. So, there's people behind me. When I got up, I was like screaming, like, "Help me! Help! Help!" Like a baby. But if I'm being honest, I was probably just being a wimp because I it was like so bad I honestly didn't even feel anything because it was just it was just numb, like I just couldn't feel anything. The people behind me was like, oh no, what do I do? I was like, I don't even know what they did. Yeah, I pushed myself up. It was hard because again I broke my wrist, but I didn't know it at the time. So then also, fortunately, my dad was like just driving around the corner, and luckily, I'm so lucky that he wasn't in front of me, because if he wasn't in front of me, the people behind me would have had to call like the freaking like 999 or something. So yeah, he was just around the corner because there's a wall here, then a corner that you go around like that, and then that my dad was just like here, and then around the corner, down all the way down there. That's where I broke my wrist. So basically, what I can remember was he was right around there, and then he was just yapping to the people that were behind me. Oh yeah, he fell down on his bike. He got cuts and everything. Yap yap yap. Blah 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 blah. Then eventually, that was only like for like 15 seconds or so. It literally felt like an hour though. But after that, I got in my dad's car. Um, we had to put the bike in the back, and then I got in the front. Drove to my brother's house because on Saturdays we go to his house, and then his house is like near the sweet shop and near Scotland because he lives at Humferston. So yeah, we drove back there, and then my brother's neighbour, they were actually doctors, um, because she also has a wife. My brother's neighbour, she has a wife. Um, she's a doctor. Basically, she came up, gave me she a nurse, whatever, a nurse or a doctor. Basically, she um gave me like plasters and everything for my face. Um, she had to look at my finger like, uh, yeah, she put something on that. I don't even know. Some stuff on my knees, because I also pretty badly injured my knees there and my face. So yeah, we got all that, and my um my dad poured me a glass of iron brew, and he gave it to me. I took it in my right hand. I was like, oh my god, I don't even know, like it. Oh, it just hurt so much. And basically, the cup kept like my wrist when I was holding the cup. It just kept going down like that because, well, I broke my wrist, and I didn't know that at the time. Again, keep saying that like a million times, but yeah, I was like wondering why I couldn't hold the cup. So after that, my dad drove me to the hospital. Um, we sat in the waiting room for like, I don't even know, like just a long time, like at least like an hour and a half. Then eventually, a doctor shouted up my name. We went down, and then I got in the room, and then you know how they tell you to like sit on the bed. I done that. They took a look at my face, took a look at my wrist. They didn't even need to do. I'm pretty sure they didn't even need to do an X-ray or anything. But they just took a look at my wrist like, that's broken. Yeah, I was being stupid. I'm just joking. They did do an X-ray, and they're like, yeah, your wrist is broken. Your face is like badly scratched up, and the cut on your finger is deep. So then eventually they had a look at my face, got that cleaned up, everything, put actual stuff on it. Then they took a look at my finger, and basically this doctor, she was like, okay, we have to like open up your deep, deep cut. She did say that. She said we have to open the cut on your finger to remove the stones and dirt. So make sure it doesn't get infected. And I swear I was like, no, no, please, I don't want you to. Please, it hurts so much. And unfortunately, I don't have any pictures of literally anything. But basically, she looked at my finger. She was like, okay, we have to remove stones and dirt and everything. And I was like, no! Because after that, when we got to the hospital, my finger was actually like hurting like so much. So after that, they put a cast on my. No, that was before. They put a cast on my wrist. Actually, it wasn't a cast. It was like some sort of cast that you could take off. Uh, it was like a Velcro one basically, but it was made out of like, I don't even know, but not the stuff that casts are made out of. But yeah, when they got everything on my face and finger, they put this like white thingies on my finger. They're like white things like that size, like that length, that width, and they're like long like that. They put like three of them, wrapped them around my finger on the cut, and they also did give me like a giant. After that, they gave me a giant, as like just a giant pack of like stuff like plasters and more of them weird thingies that you wrap around your finger. We got back to my dad's house because we were having a sleepover. Um, I literally couldn't sleep for the whole night, but eventually I did fall asleep. And when I woke up, oh my god! Oh, I was just sitting in bed, and it was so good because I honestly didn't feel a thing. But one thing was when my wrist, whenever I move it, sometimes whenever I move it, I just had this really sharp pain just all around in my wrist, up from my wrist up to like here. So here, and oh my, it was literally the worst. And I was honestly crying when that happened. But yeah, I honestly couldn't even get dressed for like days, but I had to because obviously I had to. So I can't just wear the same clothes for days. But it was so hard to get dressed because, well, I broke my wrist. So yeah, after that, basically every single day I was just sitting on the couch, um, with basically all the snacks I wanted because my mum's girlfriend just some days she just went to the shops and just bought me stuff because I was kind of in agony when my wrist got that sharp pain, and I got like giant packs of Doritos and everything. Oh my god, that was so good though. Apart from my wrist. But yeah, no photos. But in the end, I didn't even get to eat my hot dog. Although I did get to have like a sip of the iron brew, but the hot dog was gone. It was just in the bin. So yeah. Okay, bye guys, and I hope that doesn't happen again. And after that happened, I was like, I'm never riding my bike again. And then basically the Saturday after it was like fully healed, I was fine riding on my bike again on pump tracks and everything. Okay, now bye guys.